Good morning and happy Friday, everybody. It's your girl JoJo coming at you from Schenectady, New York. And I am so pleased to introduce you to my friend Burcu from Turkey. Now, I know we always have guests on from New York, okay? So this is a little bit new, but we're going to start having international guests. I'm super stoked about it, okay? And I'm especially excited that Miss Burcu is my first because she's amazing. I've been on her Instagram live show that she does called Coffee O'Clock. She's an incredible soul, a wonderful, caring person. I've enjoyed every minute of knowing her. And I love that in this pandemic, during everything that's going on, I'm making more friends. Who makes friends in Turkey during a pandemic? This one and her. Well, she in New York. You get me. Anyway, with no further ado, I am so proud to present all of my friends at Friday's Flavor with my friend Burcu. And I'm not even going to butcher your last name, girl, but introduce yourself. Tell us all a little bit about you.
Thank you. I love your introduction. Hi, everyone. My name is Burcu Onaranel, and I know my name and last name both are struggles, and because I'm from Turkey. As most people do, I followed the rules of culture until one day I had an aha moment, and I said, "This is not my life. This is not what I dreamt. I am not going to become a human resources manager or whatever in 9 to 5 corporate life." I quit my 3-year-old business. I left my whole 25-year life back in Turkey and moved to California to follow my soul. And I didn't know English. I didn't know anyone. I didn't have a job. It was all blind.
Oh my gosh. That's great. Yo, brave. Can we say courageous today? Wow. I'm afraid to go to the next town over without a GPS, you know?
Well, I guess people have some moments in their lives where they are very courageous. If you ask me today, probably I wouldn't have done it. But that time, I was so in my dreams. I really wanted to go, and I was called. So I created a life from scratch in California. I learned English, worked with a lot of people, entrepreneurs, life coaches, all the amazing people. I love entrepreneurs, and I wanted to become one. And I searched and studied NLP, neuro-linguistic programming, went through a lot of self-improvement training. And then today I'm so happy to call my baby Joyy. I launched my business 3 years ago. I work with entrepreneurs and individuals to create their dream life. I help them to become happier, more successful in their personal or professional lives. So that's a little bit about me.
That's awesome. I love your story. Oh my gosh. Moved to California, don't even speak English. That's fabulous. Listen, that's fabulous. And her company, you can find her at JoyYYBURCU.com if you want to immediately log on there while you're listening and check that out. I've seen it. It's a really great website. I think what you do for people is amazing. I think it almost raises the question, do you have clients in other countries now that the pandemic, or did you always have clients in other countries and in other places?
Yes, I started being from Turkey. I had clients from Turkey, of course, when I was in California, and I had people from California, and now it's same. And I am going to have more clients in the future from Europe. That's my goal. I want to have more international, but it's already like from California, and California is not just Americans, so I'm
Oh
already
yeah.
international.
Yeah, just like New York, California is very diverse in its
Yeah,
population. I mean, I would be very interested in almost seeing a comparison in which is more diverse. I'm going to say New York. I'm going to say New York. And then I'm going to Google it later. And all of you can prove me
okay.
wrong
I'm
if you'd
curious.
like.
Yeah, I'm curious too. I'm gonna Google it too.
Yeah, now I want to know which is more diverse, California or New York. If you know, drop it in the comments in case I
Right?
forgot to Google it after this. Knowing myself, I'm totally capable of doing that. I'm just forgetting my whole life. Um, what are a couple of like the biggest things that you like to focus on up front with a new client? Some sort of things that you know discuss right offhand.
More soul-based. We are already doing soul-based digital marketing and coaching. We focus on human feelings because humans, our mind and soul, we want to reach specific feeling. We never wanted to own a Ferrari. We never wanted to have a big house. We just wanted to feel secure, or we just wanted to have that feeling. So that's the core, and this is the same for business or your personal goals. So I want to create more soul-based platform where we can help people who are burnt out in their personal or professional life, because mostly entrepreneurs, and that's my jam. I love entrepreneurs because we start, like, we get so excited to do something and we have like all the hats, we are doing everything by ourselves and we are doing nothing. And we forget why we start. And
Gosh.
actually, on my name, Joyy, Joyy, the second Y stands for why, your why. So I always tell people, okay, why you do what you do. Go back to your why. That's what I'm going to focus more in the future.
Yeah, that's important too, because I mean, talking as a person who started a business and ran a very successful business that made me absolutely freaking miserable for several years. Like, I made great money though. And so I was like, oh, I'm successful. This is what success looks like. And I just never see my family, and I work 90 hours a week, and I'm traveling all the time, and I'm never home.
Mhm.
And in a way I felt very accomplished, and in other ways I felt like a total failure, like a complete failure. And it's because what I was doing was not morally aligned with what I wanted, and it was also not giving me the lifestyle that I needed with my children. I personally needed to be closer to my children than that, and so that affected me. Eventually leaving that business. And I say eventually to note the fact that sometimes we will stay
Mhm.
places and with people and at points in our career longer than we should. And
Right.
that's a huge reason to always stay focused on your why, and really well define that why. If you're feeling a little drifty, if you're feeling like Burcu is the perfect person to talk to about kind of like creating that baseline. What everybody wants to know, why am I here? Is it
Mhm.
wild that we all essentially want to know, why am I here? And to just create happiness. Even if you're not making millions, you can be happy. Because I was making a lot of money and I was friggin' unhappy. So I'm sure the opposite's true. That you can really do this to sort of find that balance, between having an income and a career, making money, of course, and being happy doing what you're doing. There should not be this dread, that sense of dread going to work in the morning, or going to your business, or dealing with, especially if it's your own business. If you're miserable walking into your own business, what is wrong with your life? Sell your business. Sell it to somebody who will love it, because you don't. Okay, it's like a dog. Give it to somebody who wants it. Oh my God, all the dog people are going to call me now. I'm going to get calls and emails from the dog people. Um, so since you've lived in both, and this is out of just strictly curiosity, I have never been to Turkey. I do
Mhm.
have another friend in Turkey, interestingly enough. Small world. I've already told you about Pinar.
Yeah.
And it's a beautiful country, I hear, and some of the most beautiful friggin' people. I don't know if anybody else has noticed this, but Turkey has the prettiest people in the universe. Look it up. Google prettiest people in the world. It's going to be people from Turkey. But what do you think the main difference for you, from an entrepreneurial standpoint, let's say, business wise? Are there major differences between doing business in California and doing business in Turkey?
Yes, they are. Probably if you want to be an entrepreneur, you want to do it in Turkey because Turkish people are more in the moments. I mean, more enjoy their time. We never start business at 7 a.m. But when I was in California at 7 a.m. or 8 a.m., people were already freaking out like, oh my God, I need to run to this meeting. I need to do that. I need to get my coffee. Oh my God,
Yeah, that's
traffic.
how I am. And
Yeah.
yeah, in New York, it's the same then. California, you ain't the only one. We're all doing it, okay? Don't complain.
Oh,
So people are more laid back.
what is it?
So people are kind of more laid back in Turkey.
Yes, yes. And I think the major difference, this is both in business and personal, I guess, our food. We
Mm,
love eating. And even if we do business, when it's lunchtime or dinner time, if we take business to a dinner time, it's like a different world. We, all of us, are the happiest people in the world. The business is easy to close down, you know, it's just easy to fix every problem when we eat or have coffee. So I think that's the biggest difference, because in California, that's what I get from people who I work with. They're like, oh my God, like, okay, let's finish this. I want you to handle this.
yeah,
Okay. I don't want to get involved. But that's not what I want.
right.
I really push them to get involved their project because that's their business. I was always telling them, and I still do tell them, this is your baby. I want you to tell me how you feel. Do you feel this is a good move? Then I can help you to do that. That's not a problem. But if you don't feel it's a good move, then it's not gonna give you the clients you want or the income you want. So that's
Something's
what
not
I
going to
really.
fit, right? Like something's going to be out of order for you. That's so cool. Yeah. And so there's differences there. And I'll tell you, okay, so we all know I have, no, maybe not everybody knows, but I have some businesses in Mexico too. And I'm going to agree 100%, but in a different way. Okay. So Mexicans and doing business in Mexico is much more relaxed. I agree. I think that there is a major difference in doing business in terms of like the permits, and oh my gosh, in America you're like permitted to death. Like you have to have a permit to breathe to open a business, you have to have this registration, that, and in that sense it's easier to do business in Mexico. But no, that's a butt crack of dawn place to live. Okay. These folks are up, especially near where we live near Mexico City. These people are up at 4 a.m. to get to work by 7 because the traffic is so freaking horrible. Even if it's really only like a 30-minute away drive, it'll take you hours to get there. So they're leaving at the butt crack of dawn. It's a very long work day. It's very common for people to work all day, but big but here. Okay. There's a difference culturally in taking time off and in the way vacations work. People literally take off a month in December and it's totally cool. Like everybody's fine with it. Like no, and here that's unheard of. But everybody literally takes like a whole month off between December 15th and like January. Ain't nobody going to work. They're all, unless you own the business yourself, nobody's working. They're all off. They're all gone. They're all bye-bye. In Oaxaca, we go to Oaxaca, other places in Mexico. And they are much more, I want to say, entrepreneurial. I don't know how to, I can't think of a better word for that entrepreneur, but they have a big entrepreneurial spirit. Like people, even people who are begging outside, instead of begging like here where you'll see panhandlers, and I'm sure you saw them in California too, panhandlers, the homeless there. In Mexico, homeless people very rarely just beg for food. They'll usually be making something and trying to sell it to you, reselling candies, sweets, something like that. So I see that entrepreneurial spirit in them. And so it's just unique. Business internationally has always interested me, which is why we're starting to have international guests. I'm super excited, dude. Because I have seen the differences, and you're right. Just the people having different personalities, just having different. People from other countries have generally different cultures and ways of handling situations and looking at situations. So I can totally see that Turkish people are more laid back, chill, relaxed. That I would say the same thing about Pinar. But that's really cool. I'm glad that you like cleared that up for me. Now I can sort of envision what the differences would be. And then, so where do you see the future of joyburcu.com and Joy Burcu's wonderful life coaching business? I'm super excited. Where do you think you're going?
Thank you. As I mentioned a little bit before, I will be traveling more, speaking more, and changing world's perspective of their business and life mostly. I see that in my core, in my family, how hard to change social norms, which I hate, absolutely hate, and I never follow the social norms. I mean, in a legal way.
She's not on crack, folks. It's just a little rebellion, just a little, not full-blown heroin. Yeah, okay.
I want to tell this every single person in the world, like you can live the life in a way you want, and your business too. You don't have to fit in any frame. You don't have to have a certain logo. You don't have to have a certain website. That's what I do for unique like entrepreneurs. You have to just be authentic version of you.
Yeah, be
And
genuine.
that's what I will be speaking about on the stage in Europe, in California, in Turkey, everywhere, and writing more. I am currently writing my first book.
Yes, get it, girl. Yo, when it releases, you've got to send me a copy. I'll buy it, but you got to send me a copy.
Okay, cool. And everyone who is listening right now, they should buy it too.
When is it releasing?
Okay,
you
now
know?
you want me to the deadline. I don't know, right?
No, okay.
Right.
It's being written. I will follow up though. Trust me. Cool.
That's what I mean.
And so let's say, just to wrap this up, you give me your number one business tip for a hopeful entrepreneur out there listening. And now usually this is for my New York listeners, but this could be for anybody in the universe right now who is listening.
Yes.
What's your number one tip?
Spend time with you. Spend time with you. Please make some time for you. The very first thing before jumping into your to-do list, like endless to-do list. I know you have. Don't give me apology of that. I know you do have like a long list, and I want you to don't look at it at the morning. Just spend time with you, get a cup of coffee or tea, whatever you like. And I have a coffee o'clock exercise. If you want to learn, you can reach out to me and I'll share with you. That's a little bit of deep work. If you do that every single day, then you're going to be happier and more successful in your life. Trust me, don't put your business or any task the first thing before you. You're the first.
Great. I love that advice. I don't think I've ever had anybody say that on here. And I ask everybody, so I'm nosy. Anyway, Burcu, it was so good to see you again, girl. We're going to have to get another call on the books just to hang out, you and I. It's been such a pleasure to have you on here. Thank you, everybody, for listening in and meeting my good friend, Burcu. You can reach her at Joyy with 2 Y's, Burcu, which is Burcu, on Instagram, and her website. It's going to be listed below anyway. I'm writing it. You know I do this. I write the things on the bottom, so it's there by now. And God bless y'all. Have a happy Friday.
Yay. Thank you so much.